Hey, by the way, in a couple of minutes, that kid, Billy Mumy, is going to call us.
The guy from Lost in Space?
Yeah, that guy. That kid, the redheaded kid from Lost in Space.
Will Robinson.
And Dr. Smith will be here.
You're here. Take it away.
What's he calling for? Has he got something going on?
Who,
Will Robinson.
Young Will Robinson?
Young Will.
I don't know what he had going on. I just thought Billy's impression of Dr. Smith was funny, so.
We'll use any excuse.
Yeah. I don't know what he has going on, but I always thought that Lost in Space was like a really funny show because they would go to other planets. You know, this whole family, it was, obviously the Robinson family, like the Swiss Family Robinson, and they go off into space and they get lost.
Right.
And they have to go and find a suitable planet to settle on, and, it was always kind of funny that they'd land on these planets, and it would be inhabited by spaghetti strainers that would chase them all around because it was a real low-budget show.
Or the planet would be blowing up any minute. They could never find one that was stable.
Right, there was no stable planet. And really, they should have executed Dr. Smith, who was a troublemaker and was really getting him into a lot of problems.
Yeah, because he was always making friends with the aliens and selling them out.
Yeah, he would make friends with aliens. Oh, dear.
The rubber rock creatures.
What is it? Yeah, and they look like little rubber rocks. But the funniest episode is when they actually got chased by spaghetti strainers. And they were afraid.
And photo enlargers.
Yeah. So to me, Lost in Space was a great show, and Dr. Smith was a great character, and I always thought that...
The greatest character.
I always thought Dr. Smith was kind of effeminate. Not the actor. I don't know the actor, but the character, Dr. Smith. And
even when I didn't know what gay was, I thought Dr. Smith was gay.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dear, whatever do you mean?
Dr. Smith was very effeminate, and he was hanging around with a very handsome young Billy Mumy, who was a young boy, and it looked like a NAMBLA meeting.
And oftentimes when he was with the good-looking guy, there was a lot of tension, you know, and I thought it was sexual tension.
Yeah, like Dr. Smith was a really interesting character. Everyone was angry, and there was something sexual going on. And
he was always sabotaging everything they tried to do.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Dr. Smith, now, when you get on the phone with Billy Mumy, you're probably going to want to say something to him. Sexual, right?
Oh, dear boy, I missed him so much. Oh, dear.
What will you say to him?
Oh, dear boy, I love you. I love you. I'll proclaim it to the world. Oh, dear.
Well, Bill's on the line now. I don't know if it's now Bill or Billy.
It's probably Bill.
Probably Bill. Like Ricky Schroeder's now Rick.
Rick Schroeder. So, is it Bill or Billy, Bill?
Hey, it's Bill, but I'll take either one. It's okay.
Bill Mumy.
There you go. It's the king of all media himself.
Well, hey, where do you live?
We're out here in Los Angeles. I live up in Laurel Canyon.
Oh, excellent.
How you doing?
All I know is, did you hear me talking about the show?
Indeed, I did, dear boy.
Yes,
Oh, the pain, the pain.
Oh, dear William. Do you remember the time I gave you your first teddy bear?
Don't give it away.
Oh, just how many hours did it take to get the lubricant out of its fur? Oh, dear. Take it away.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. So, seriously, didn't you think it had like a weird, like the Dr. Smith character? I'm not talking about the actor, but I'm saying the Dr. Smith character. Didn't you always think like he was always dragging you off, like to go get you or something? Didn't it have homosexual overtones?
It was indeed pretty bizarre. I mean, when we started off, Dr. Smith was supposed to be killed off after the sixth episode, and he was, really a formidable villain trying to kill everybody. And then the response to his character was so great that they decided to keep him around, as a foil.
Yeah, you couldn't get rid of him. I mean, he was the whole thing, right, Dr. Smith?
Right.
Bushes, dear boy. There's an alien in my pants, you see. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, the pain, the pain.
My bum. Oh, yes.
Wouldn't that have been a great episode? Well, Dr. Smith, propose an episode to young Bill Mumy.
Do you remember the time on Plato where I tied you down and poured semi-sweet dark chocolate all over your young hairless body and nibbled it off inch by sublime inch? Remember how I saved the best part for last, William?
I don't know, Dr. Smith. I think we ought to ask Dad and the others first.
So you didn't sense that, though, that whole sexual overtone thing? Like, to me, it was kind of like,
It was pretty obvious, I thought.
Well, the reality was I was in a committed relationship with the Bloop at that point in time.
I see.
And
that show was funny when you guys would get chased around by spaghetti strainers. Hey, and then the ones who played your mom and dad, what's his name?
June Lockhart.
Guy Williams and June Lockhart.
Yeah.
They hated each other, or they were in love with each other. Supposedly they were having an affair on the set, right?
They enjoyed each other's company very much.
Wow.
Yeah. So would you see them making out and stuff?
They were comfy, they were cozy. They wouldn't make out in front of people, but they had a really nice relationship with each other. I think they were both married to other people at the same time. So,
Wow.
You know, but I mean, it was, you know, they got along really well.
On-set
We all
romance.
got along really well. It was very incestuous in the long run.
You got to wait around a long time on those sets while they get the spaghetti strainers ready and everything, and then all of a sudden you get in the trailer and sex, you know, suddenly Zorro and Lassie's mom are going at it.
That's right. That's exactly what it was like. In those long hours waiting for the lights to get ready.
As a kid, I had written an episode where Dr. Smith gives young Will Robinson flowers. And one thing leads to another, and it gets completely out of hand.
Oh, yes, it was wonderful.
Excellent, dear boy.
William, do you recall the first time we saw the 7 rings of Saturn? And then I gave you the 10 rings of Dr. Smith? I only got 9 of the rings back.
You guys.
Now, did you hide the other ring in Uranus? Uranus! Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, the pain, the pain, the pain.
Oh, the pain,
the pain, the pain, the pain.
Now, come on. You're going to make smoke come out of my eyes any minute now.
Any second now.
You glittering, clattering clump of colliginous junk.
Hey, that was good. That was good.
And there was a little midget who played that robot. Was it?
Yeah, Bobby May inside the robot. He was about 5'2", 5'1", 5'2". He wasn't that.
Oh, that's
small.
not a midget.
Well,
That robot's pretty big.
Hey, do you go to any?
Believe me, once you've had a robot, you'll never go back, Howard.
Hey, Bill, you go to those conventions. They have Lost in Space conventions.
I know.
Yeah, I'll go every couple of years, you know, once or twice.
And Dr. Smith hates me.
No.
The real life Dr. Smith.
So you know what it is? The truth of the matter is, he won't talk to anyone without getting paid. Don't give it away, dear boy.
Oh,
and
really?
he has tried to instill in me for many, many years. He always he believes quite firmly in the capitalist system, and if you want to talk to Jonathan, you must pay him.
Right.
So I'm sure he likes you, Howard, but he has his principles.
He does like me?
Yeah, because I know a guy who knows him.
Oh, yeah?
He said, why don't you go on Howard's show? They talk about you from time to time, and he said, never.
Is that
never,
Billy or is that
never
Billy?
in a million years, never. He's rude, he's crude, and he's brilliant.
Oh, is it? Oh, really? Oh,
I'm
Rip me apart. He'll talk about the dynamic, the homodynamic between me and Willie Robinson, dear.
No, I'm sure that Jonathan would respect your razor wit.
Yeah, by the way, I'm not saying Jonathan's a homo. I'm just saying that the character, Dr. Smith, was sort of...
He was insane. He was bizarre. I mean,
And he wasn't interested in any of the girls.
No. He never hung around.
Sending your sister away.
Yeah, I mean, why would you send the sister away who was a piece of ass? That blonde, what was her name?
Judy.
Marta Kristen.
Yeah, Marta Kristen.
She still looks great.
Oh, you see her?
Yeah, you know, as silly as this sounds, we actually all get together maybe 3 times a year. We go to lunch at 20th Century Fox. And
you never got her, though, did you?
Oh, I had them all, Howard.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
What about what's her name? I always thought what's her name was really cute.
Angela Cartwright?
The one from Make Room for Daddy.
Yeah, Angela Cartwright.
Penny?
Absolutely.
Is she still good looking or did she blow up?
No, she's a beautiful girl. They all have aged
I had
really
such
well.
a crush on her. When I was a kid growing up from Make Room for Daddy. Even when she was like a little girl, I thought she was going to be hot. She was one of those little girls I knew was going to... And then when she showed up on Lost in Space years later, I was like, oh, my God.
Absolutely. And
she's right on
awesome
course.
Beauty. Yeah, the pain.
Remember, William, those long walks we took through space? Do you
Never
recall?
fear, Howard's here.
Oh, yes, never fear. Do you recall that I would disconnect your air hose and fart into your oxygen supply and make you breathe deeply? Do you still smell the bouquet of my colonic juices in your olfactory memory banks?
Oh, it's all just rushing back to me now.
Oh, warning, warning.
Warning, danger, danger. Yeah.
Danger.
Hey, Bill, at what point are you sorry that you called into this show?
Oh, no, not at all. Are you kidding?
Bill actually is like a Renaissance man.
What does that mean?
Well, as a kid, he was in every TV show. He must have... You probably didn't make a lot of money because back then...
Nobody was getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, we you know, I mean, I made a lot of money for the time.
Yeah.
He was in,
you know, comic books were 12 cents and, a Porsche was $6,000, so it all worked out okay.
So were you able to, did you have enough money for the rest of your life when you got done being a kid actor?
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to just sit around, I guess. Yeah, no, my parents never pushed me into show business. I broke my leg when I was 4, and I stared at the TV set for 8 weeks watching Guy Williams as Zorro and George Reeves as Superman, and I really wanted to get inside the television set, and my folks were very supportive of that.
He might have been the most famous kid ever.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, like the Macaulay Culkin of our time.